Hey guys, Chris from Hockey Tutorial here, and today in this video we're going to be taking a look at what is easily one of the most sought after and popular hockey products of 2018, and that's the SuperDeker. If by some chance you've not come across this and you don't know what it is yet, what it consists of is a stick handling surface that resembles the surface of a hockey rink with two rebounders on either side. Now what's different about this compared to a lot of the other products that we've seen is that it is powered, so it requires mains or electricity for it to work. Once you turn it on, you'll see a series of red lights appearing all over the stick handling surface. Now the SuperDeker comes with a special puck that's referred to by SuperDeker as an e-puck, and this is the only puck that will work with the device. The idea is to maneuver or stick handle the puck over these lights. These lights will then turn off, you get points, and the idea is to see how many points you can get in a 45-second window. Now when I explain it, it doesn't sound like it's that exciting, it doesn't sound like it's that fun, but I promise you, if you see somebody playing one of these, or if you have a go yourself, it is by far the most addictive hockey game that I've ever come across in my life. Dare I go as far as saying that this for me is more entertaining than actually playing the NHL video games. I think it's a lot more fun, it's a lot more enjoyable, it's very, very engaging, and it's great whether you're playing the SuperDeker with people that play hockey or people that are just fans of hockey, or even people that know nothing about the game at all. It's fun for everyone, regardless of what level they're at or what age they are. Now, as soon as we posted a picture on social media showing that we had one of these things in Europe, the number one question that we got hit by people from also North America and Europe was, is this thing a training system or is it just a game? So what I wanted to do was highlight some of the benefits of the SuperDeker, take a look at some of the things that SuperDeker could perhaps do a little bit better, and compare it to some other products that are slightly more familiar to us, especially in Europe, to give us an indication of how this product is benefiting us as hockey players, what skills that we can expect it to help us develop, and figuring out if it goes into the category of game or training system. So let's take a detailed look. Now, because of the way that you use the SuperDeker, there are definitely going to be some benefits for hockey players. The first, and probably one of the most obvious ones, is going to be hand-eye coordination. Of course, the degree of this is going to depend on your particular ability, but there's definitely going to be some hand-eye coordination development there. Now, because you have to maneuver the puck within a set space to turn off these lights and get as many points as you can, while also being careful to keep the puck on the surface of the SuperDeker, you're definitely going to be working on your hand-eye coordination, your general ability to just maneuver your hands around the surface that you're stick handling on while keeping control of the puck. Aside from this, you're also going to be working on your reaction time as well, because you're trying to get as many of these lights as you can, which of course equate to points. You're going to want to move that puck as quickly as you can from one point to the next point, which means that your reaction time, the more you play this game, the more you challenge yourself and try and beat the score that's been set or beat your own score, the further you're going to be developing your reaction time. The difference between the players that have been able to set very, very high scores on the SuperDeker versus those that can't is going to be their general stick handling ability, their hand-eye coordination, and their reaction time. So these are definitely key features that the SuperDeker is going to be helping hockey players to develop the more they use it. Now, of course, quickly touching on your stick handling and your passing. With your stick handling, you are maneuvering the puck. As I touched on earlier on in the video, you're trying to make sure that it doesn't come off of the surface. Doesn't sound like it's that big of a deal, but I promise you, if you give the SuperDeker a go, you'll see exactly what I mean. So all of these aspects are definitely going to go towards helping your stick handling along. Now, in terms of your passing, there's definitely going to be a degree of accuracy that's required to be able to hit the puck with a rebounder and ensure the puck goes exactly where you want it to go. But of course, you're not sourcing the puck halfway across the rink and trying to get it onto the tape of another player, but there is still a degree of accuracy that's required to make sure that you're able to use the rebounder properly. Now, in case you're wondering about the size of the SuperDeker, I live in England, so of course I'm going to do it in centimeters. It's 171 centimeters by 70 centimeters. Now, from looking at the benefits, let's take a look at some of the things that SuperDeker could look to do better or improve. Now, one of the biggest questions that comes up when we're looking at the SuperDeker is going to be, are players looking down the entire time they're stick handling? Now, after having looked at SuperDeker's website and also having spoke to them, we've seen video examples of people that are able to use the SuperDeker while they're looking up, trying to work on their peripheral vision by just glancing down at where the different red lights are indicating so they can maneuver the puck into those areas. But of course, the majority of all of the players that we've ever put on the SuperDeker, whether they're pros, recreational players, and also a lot of videos that we've seen online, because you're trying to beat your score, all of the players are predominantly going to be looking directly down at the surface that they're stick handling on, so they can try and get to those lights as quickly as they possibly can. But in saying that, there are different ways that you can use the SuperDeker. Whether you're going into it with the perspective of just trying to get the possible highest score that you can get, which means that you might predominantly try to keep your head down so you can stick handle to the best of your ability and get as many of those lights out as you can in the shortest amount of time, versus being competitive, still trying to beat your score, still trying to do the best that you can do, while still trying to keep your head on a swivel so you can see what's happening around you. Now, something I'll definitely mention is that the SuperDeker's lights are definitely bright enough for you to see without staring completely down. Although this product is predominantly used with people keeping their head down, it's definitely important to mention that you can see these lights without having to look all the way down exactly where you're stick handling. I'll also mention that you can use the SuperDeker in the complete pitch black or dark, which is a nice little touch. Now, this in no way takes away from the benefits that we touched on earlier regarding your hand-eye coordination, your reaction time, and of course, your stick handling and passing to a degree. But of course, keeping your head down is definitely something that hockey players need to try and step away from, because while you're playing the game, you need to be able to see what's happening around the surface. You need to be able to follow the play to be able to be a beneficial player on the ice. So that's definitely a point to consider. The other one, as obvious as it sounds, this is a device that requires power, so you need to make sure that you're going to be using this somewhere that you can plug it into the mains, which means, of course, predominantly the majority of the time, this is going to be one of those products that's used indoors, if it be in a garage, an office like we're in right now, a house. So again, that needs to be taken into consideration. Now, of course, the price of the SuperDeker, that's $269.99 US. There'll be a link down below in the video description in case you're watching this video at a time where the SuperDeker might have changed in price, just to keep that in mind. Now, from there, if we take a look at a product that's definitely a lot more familiar to us, especially if you've been watching this channel for a while, and that's going to be the My Puzzle system from Hockey Revolutions. Now, if you look at the general, I guess you could say, construction of this device, it looks very, very similar to the SuperDeker in the sense that it is a surface that you're stick handling on that has a similar shape. It also has two rebounders on either side. Now, the difference with this is that this isn't an electric device that needs to be plugged in. If you look at the surface of the My Puzzle system, it has colored and numbered zones. Now, how this is different from the SuperDeker is that you use the My Puzzle system with the Hockey Revolutions app that's available across Android and also iOS. Now, the idea behind this is that the app gives you instructions that you then follow and carry out on the surface that you're stick handling on. The idea is that as you develop and as you get more confident, you can shorten the amount of time that you have in between instructions to be able to challenge yourself to perform the actions very, very quickly. So in terms of how this product is benefiting you as a hockey player, again, we're going to be looking at hand-eye coordination, going to be looking at your reaction time, your general stick handling ability, and because of those passes on either side, to a degree, also your passing as well. But where this product is different is because the instructions aren't being shown to you on the surface that you're stick handling on and on a screen, you're able to move the screen wherever you want to be able to challenge yourself. So if you have the screen slightly in front of the training surface, you're not looking directly up, but your head is slightly more elevated than if you were looking directly down at where you were stick handling, which means that you're in a better position to be able to keep an eye on what's going on around you while you're stick handling. So that's going to be working on your peripheral vision. And why working on your peripheral vision is so important is not only to make you a more complete player, but it's to give you the ability to pay better attention to what is happening on the ice, to allow you to follow the play more effectively, which in turn will help reduce the chances of you sustaining an injury on the ice. This is definitely something every player wants to utilize. Now, to challenge yourself further, you can increase the height of the screen that you're getting the instructions from. You can put it on a chair, a bench, a table, even hang it up on a goal. So you're now looking straight up and you have to use your peripheral vision to be able to guide the puck into the different zones. So you're still getting all of those benefits of challenging yourself in terms of your hand-eye coordination, your reaction time, general stick handling, passing to a degree, but now you're adding the difficulty of peripheral vision as well, which is definitely a skill that is essential to be able to excel in the game of hockey. And of course, the price of the My Puzzle system, if you're looking from North America, is $229, versus if you're looking at it in Europe, which is 239 euros. For reference, the My Puzzle system is 231 centimeters by 100 centimeters. And unlike the SuperDeker, because the My Puzzle system just requires a phone, an iPad, some sort of screen to be able to download the app from to get the instructions, but it doesn't require power, means that you can use this in a lot more places than you'd be able to take the SuperDeker, so it's definitely worth considering that as well. Now from there, another product I wanted to compare the SuperDeker and the My Puzzle to was a new product that we recently looked at, which was the 360 Zone, again from Hockey Revolution. Now this training system encompasses a lot of very vital skills that every single hockey player needs. We're still going to be touching on hand-eye coordination, reaction time, general stick handling, but it adds the complexity of shooting, further develops your peripheral vision, but most importantly, adds the element of 360-degree stick handling. Now what I mean by this is being able to maneuver the puck around your entire body. The My Puzzle system and the SuperDeker, as great as they are and as fun as they are, really predominantly focus on stick handling just in front of you side to side. Now, although there are a lot of benefits that we covered earlier on in this video, it leaves out one key essential point, which is being able to maneuver the puck around your whole body. If we look at the great stick handlers like Kane and Crosby, these players have a unique talent to be able to maneuver the puck around them in very awkward positions at very unexpected times. Now, all of this adds up to creating a very dynamic player, and it's why these players are so successful at what they do. Stick handling in front of you, although it has a lot of benefits, to be able to perform on the ice and to be the most dynamic player that you can be, which is definitely a skill that players need now more than ever, requires the ability to be able to stick handle and shoot from very, very odd angles. And the only way that you develop that is to be able to do this from around your entire body in different positions at different times, because you're not always going to be in that perfect optimal position to be able to perform on the ice. Sometimes you get caught out, sometimes you need to react quickly, and if you practice doing this from very, very unusual angles, it'll make you a much more wholesome player on the ice. Now, what makes this product so diversely different from the My Puzzle system and also the SuperDeker is that you stand in the center of this training aid and stick handle around the entire surface of the product, which includes 3 color-coordinated zones behind you. So the 360 zone really challenges the players that use it by making them stick handle in positions and angles that they might not normally do. And of course, for reference, the 360 zone is €279. In addition to this, the 360 zone also develops fitness and conditioning. So while you're stick handling, it'll throw in instructions like you have to jog on the spot, jump, squat, all while stick handling, getting ready for the next instruction. It's definitely an intense workout, but it's an incredibly beneficial workout and something that any hockey player, regardless of their age or skill level, will seriously benefit from using. Now, although the 360 zone is a phenomenal training aid for any hockey player, you need to bear in mind its size, which is 231 centimeters by 231. So you'll need to ensure that you have a big enough space to be able to set it up, and try and figure out if it's going to be the sort of product that you'll be able to set up and leave maybe in a garage or your yard or garden, or if it's going to be the type of thing that you need to set up and take down every single time that you want to have a workout. So that's definitely a point to consider. Now with the 360 zone, of course, because this doesn't require power like the SuperDeker, it just requires a screen, whether it be an iPad, a phone, to be able to get the instructions from the Hockey Revolution app. It means that you can take this product pretty much anywhere that you want to train, provided you have a screen to be able to get the instructions from. Of course, if you want to see a more detailed video on either the My Puzzle system or the 360 zone, there'll be a link down below in the video description where we've gone into much more detail on each of these different products. So the idea behind this video isn't to highlight which one of these products is better than the other. All of these products have their benefits, all of these products have the areas that they could be improved on. It's just a case of finding out which one of them is going to be best for your style of play, your budget, and also the amount of space that you have within your home to be able to set one of these up and use it to the best of your ability. As always, thank you very much for watching this video. All of the links that you'll need to be able to get more information and also to see the full reviews of the My Puzzle system and also the 360 zone will be down below in the video description. And also to pick any of these products up, whether you're in North America or in Europe, all of the links will be down below in the video description. Of course, at this time, the SuperDeker is only available in North America, but when that does change, we'll have the links down below in the video description for you. Please make sure to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe and turn on the bell so you can get notifications when we post new videos. And if you haven't, checked out the video that we filmed last week, which will be floating around the screen somewhere. It will also be down below in the video description. But thank you guys. Thumbs up, subscribe, let us know which one is your favorite and why, and we'll catch you in the next one. Take care guys, and thank you very much for watching.